Shoot a podcast quickly. Hold on, I dropped my juice somewhere. Where is it?
Find it.
No, I'm looking for it. Hold on. Let me get down quickly. Oh, here it is. It's by the tire. Yeah, I see it. There we go. Damn it. Sound like such an old man when I'm like. Hi. Hi. Thank you. Yeah, Echo, you're gonna start barking at me. Yeah. I knew it. What's up? What's up, Echo? Do you have a shit ton of work to do for that client, dude?
No, dude, it's. I just don't.
Should I just put it somewhere?
Oh, do you want me to turn the light on there?
Yeah. This is the whole setup. So this is our setup. This is where we keep everything, just in this little. What do you call this thing, Joe?
Like a tent.
Yeah, this tent. Yeah. Or is it just a tent?
It's an indoor growing tent.
Growing tent. So this is where we keep all our equipment.
It's
This
supposed
is
to be growing weed in here. But
indoor weed is supposed to go here, but we keep it. We keep
Yeah.
our equipment there. So I think we can get everything out. Oh yeah, you might not put it over.
weed gets excited.
Hey. Okay, so I just finished setting everything up and connecting everything together. And then let me just give you a quick run through of what we have here. So just give me a sec to flip the camera around. And just excuse me, it's quite messy in here, not because my friend doesn't clean up, but it's just once you get everything out, you know, it gets quite messy. But let me just show you what we have. Give me a sec. There we go. So this is the whole setup that we have, right? And yeah, we have 2 microphones. These are ZDM1 microphones. ZDM1 microphones, and then we bought them as a package actually. So sorry, let me just do that. There we go. We bought them as a package, so they came with the 2 microphones, and they came with headphones. These ones, yeah. All right. So yeah, and then so we have 2 of those, and then we have these stands. To be honest, I don't know what these stands are called. We just got them from a store called Cash Crusaders. I don't know if it's available outside of my country, but I know if you're South African, you can find these 2 mic stands. And they were quite cheap, man. They were 250 Rand each. And then we have this. This is a ring light, as you can see. Now this ring light, we don't really use it for the lighting. We just use it for this, well, to hold the phone. So we record our podcast with a cell phone. We don't use an actual camera. So this has 3 like tripod kind of things. I don't know, like phone holders. So it has 3 of them, but we only use one phone to record the podcast. And then we have something called a continuous light. Sorry, it's just on right now and it's a bit bright. I don't know where the remote is because I want to turn it off because it's so bright. But anyway, let me not focus on that. This continuous light, as you can see here, it was 1,000 Rand. I'll try to convert that to US dollars because that's more universal, but 1,000 Rand for this, or let me just say 998 or whatever, but I'll round it off to 1,000. And it helps, man. It brings a bit more depth into our lighting because this room can get a bit dark, so you need a bit of light coming through. We do want to get a second one, but for now we just have one. And then, sorry, like I said, it's quite messy, but I promise his room is very, his room is very clean, or his living room is very clean, but we had to mess it up for this podcast. And then we also have, what else do we have? We have this thing over here, an audio interface. This is also a Zoom. It's called a Zoom PodTrack. It's a Zoom PodTrack P4. So, this is so that the purpose of this thing is to record the audio, right? To record the high quality audio coming from the microphones. Instead of using the audio that you would use coming from the cell phone, instead you can just use this. And how we do it, how we get the audio from this thing onto the footage that we record, what we do is you clap, and then once you clap, you get a spike because of that clap, because it's such a loud noise. It creates a spike in the waves of the audio. So it'll do that for the audio coming from the smartphone as well. And then on a program called Premiere Pro, we just synchronize the two together. There's actually an option. There's a function, that allows you to synchronize both audios. So you just sync both audios together. Oh yeah, here comes Joe. Sorry, I'm just explaining the whole setup for him.
Sweet.
Yeah, so you just synchronize, you clap, it creates a spark in the wavelength, and then just synchronize it together in a program called Premiere Pro. So that's another thing. It's not difficult to use, but it's not available to everybody. So, but if you can get a hold of Premiere Pro, or you can do research on other programs or apps you can use to combine your audio. But and that's the whole setup really. And then we also use our laptop over here just to because we make notes, so we just want to just have a look. We just want to refer back to our talking points every now and then, because you don't want to get to a point in the podcast where you forget. It does happen, so it's always good to just keep your laptop nearby. And that's our whole setup, man. Like I said, it's quite messy at the moment, but when you watch the podcast, you will see just exactly what we're talking about. You can't see the whole mess, but you don't see the behind the scenes. If you want to see what the podcast actually looks like, and what it sounds like, together with the audio, go watch this episode, and then I'll link it in the description. Sorry, I left out one more thing. We also have these 2 lamps, this one here and then this one in the corner, just to add a bit more depth, a bit more lighting, because that makes a difference, honestly, in how the podcast or the picture of the podcast pops. You might also want to invest in as much lighting as possible. We also still have to buy more lighting. You know, we want to get more LED, you know, colorful lighting. And honestly, like, you know, everything here, we didn't just get it all in one go. We started off with just the 2 microphones, and then we saved up for a few more years. Well, I mean, sorry, a few more months. And then we got this audio interface. And then once we had that, we were basically set to shoot the podcast. And we didn't even have this light over here in our very first podcast. You can come through, bro. We didn't even have this continuous light, nor did we have those 2 lamps over there. Where did you get those lamps, bro? These 2 lamps here, this one and that one.
The guy who renovated this house.
Oh, really?
Organized them.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, sorry.
But
We don't
they're just
know.
normal bulbs. You want to show them the stats on the bulbs because that's where the color really comes from.
Where? Oh, on the bulbs. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so
They're naked bulbs.
these bulbs, sorry if it's too bright. Man, I can't really show you, but they're called. Oh, maybe even just put the name in a video somewhere. But yeah, those are the kind of light bulbs we're using for this, and they're quite nice. They're very nice and warm, and yeah, it adds a bit more color to the podcast. Yeah, so that's our setup, and then we obviously have these two couches over here. This one
Mr. Price.
Mr. Price.
Mr. Price. That's
Okay,
the folder couch there from Mr. Price, and then that's a beanbag.
Yeah, that's it.
Chair
This
from
beanbag
there.
is really cool, actually. Where was this? Where'd you get this one?
Mr. Price.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mr. Price home.
Nice. How much?
Not sure.
Okay, that's
$3
cool.
grand, $4 grand.
Yeah. It was it's quite costly. But yeah, man, that's our whole setup here. So, like I said, watch the full podcast to see what it actually looks like together. And like I said, also, this might take a few months of saving, maybe even a year and a half. I mean, it doesn't matter really. Eventually, you will have your own setup. So, I'll put the price of everything in the video so you guys know exactly how much each thing costs, and you can save up for it. So yeah, tune into the podcast and see how it comes out. Cheers. All right. So the podcast is done. We just shot it, and now we're gonna head over to Jolly's. We were gonna show you that sunset, but unfortunately, the sun is set already.
It's just winter, bro.
Ah, man, like this very amazing sunset at Jolly's, and you get like a nice view, but unfortunately there's no more sunset. So man, winter stuff. But yeah, dude, you must bring a jacket because it's probably gonna get cold too.
Yeah, no, I've got a nice thick one, boy.
Yeah, but yeah, we touched on some interesting topics. Check it out and hope you guys enjoy it. Peace.